Reality is stranger than fiction. This is what plugs you into the Matrix. Life is a super immersive game. It's the ultimate game. You feel everything: pain, joy, excitement, thanks to a headset that includes all your senses, feeding you data every moment. But this headset deceives us. Here's a mind-blowing fact. Your senses feed the brain 11 million bits of information per second. However, you consciously perceive only 50 bits, just 50 out of 11 million. So, from an ocean of data, our reality is filtered down to a drop, and that drop is just one possibility among an uncountable number of realities. Let's do a small exercise so I can prove to you there is more to reality than what you perceive. Look at this image. Try to see as many yellow details as possible in the next 10 seconds. Okay, now close your eyes. Keep them closed and answer. How many red details can you remember? Not many, I assume. Open your eyes. You probably realize that there are far more red details than what you remember. You didn't see them because you were not focusing on them. We see the things that we are looking for. There are so many things around you, right this moment, that you are not perceiving just because you are not programmed to. Who does the programming? The headset. It takes control by using conditioning, beliefs, memories, emotions, and biases to filter what we perceive. But the true reality is much greater than our perception. There are 4 main layers of reality. There's the 50 bits of reality we consciously perceive. The 11 million bits our unconscious mind processes. All the bits of information we're not in contact with. And finally, the universe of imperceptible reality, beyond our senses and understanding. And this is every second. Here is a reality bomb. Rainbows do not exist, but you create them because of your headset. The existence of a rainbow depends on the conical photoreceptors in your eyes. To animals without cones, the rainbow does not exist. So you don't just look at the rainbow, you create it. This is mind-boggling, especially considering that all the beautiful colors you see represent less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. You can see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum and hear less than 1% of the acoustic spectrum. So all those 11 million bits per second that bombard our brains, those are just bits of data gathered from less than 1% of the world. We are blind to 1 billion bits of data per second on average. How many potential realities we are unable to render? What beauty are we blind to perceive just because we don't have senses to perceive that part of reality? You might think colors and sounds, smells and tastes exist independently from you. But no, they don't. They exist because you render them. Your headset renders them. I know it's strange, but think about this. Color does not exist in reality. Different frequencies of light exist. When the photons of those frequencies touch the retina of your eyes, your brain processes that data and creates an image you can understand. It's the same like when a frequency of light touches the antenna of your TV, it processes that data and it creates an image on the screen. Your favorite TV show does not fly through the air and appears on the TV screen. In reality, it's just data. Waves of photons. Pattern of zeros and ones, combination of stimulated nerves and unstimulated nerves. If there is no receiver to translate that data into an audio-visual message, it will be just a pile of random waves of photons. Without someone to perceive color, there wouldn't be color. There still would be photons of light, different frequencies that excite the electrons of objects, but no color. Without someone to perceive sound, there would be no sound, just a bunch of particles moving. There would be no meaning behind their movement. Life, filtered through our senses, is like a complex operating system that that only shows us what we need to see to survive and reproduce. It's just the user interface. You want another truth? Things that make you happy are linked to things that give you advantage to survive and reproduce. Your brain rewards you with the happy chemical, dopamine, like a lab rat. Every time you do something that your brain is programmed to think moves you closer to spreading your DNA, it gives you dopamine. You feel good, happy, you feel pleasure. On the other hand, for everything that is harmful to your survival, your brain gives you punishment chemicals, pain. You might create a story around it, but under the hood, it's just a survival and reproduction mechanism. We gather tiny amount of data from the world around us, and in the process of translating the data that our mind perceives through our senses, we create illusions like colors, sounds, smells, tastes, sensations. We invent stories and give meaning to things. But at the base level, all that we do is essentially for survival and reproduction. If we do not peek outside of the headset, that's all that we are going to play the game of life for. And we will play within a limited, default reality that's rendered automatically. Life's game is an open world, sandbox type of game, where you are free to play and have fun within the fundamental laws of the game. But because it's so immersive, we forget one crucial truth. We are the player, not the character. We forget that, identifying so deeply with our challenges that we take the game far too seriously. Consider Minecraft. It's a game without a single clear end goal, just like life. You survive the first night, but after that, you're free to explore, build, and create. Survival and reproduction may be biological goals, but life's true mission is whatever we decide it to be. Life, like Minecraft, has infinite possibilities. You're not limited to survival mode. You're here to explore, experiment, and most importantly, to play. You are the creator of your reality, consciously or not. You are creating the game that you are playing. You are not your senses. You are the silent observer that remains when you take all the senses away. You are an infinite presence in an eternal present moment.